Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to our Direwolf 20 1.10 modded Minecraft Let's Play series. I'm actually recording this shortly after our last recording. I did leave this running for a little while. We're up to 12:52, which really isn't bad. I say I left it running for a little while. It was more like overnight, but it's still, it's not terrible. We have a little bit of UU matter generated now. However, I realized something while I was prepping stuff. I was ordering some big orders and stuff that I was going to leave running. And I realized that, I was going to make some solar panels, start working towards that next episode, or this episode. But I realized in the process of doing that, there's one thing that we have not done that is quite vital to really progressing, especially into solar panels or really expensive items like that, as well as ordering certain upgrades in bulk and things like that. We have not automated rubber. Up until now, it's been manual collection, and we are pretty well out of rubber. So, if we take a look over here, let's see. We have, at the moment, 66 rubber left. Now, which, it's a little bit. I could do a little bit with that. But I went ahead and added a drawer here. And I also added a drawer here for sticky resin. And what we're going to be doing today instead is we're going to be automating rubber. You could go into IC2 crops. That is an option. Personally, I'm not a fan of standard IC2 crops. They're just too grindy and too fragile, I think. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be automating the harvesting of the actual resin from the tree. And there's actually a very, very easy way to do that. So let's go ahead and get started today. The first thing that we're going to want is let's get ourselves an octadic capacitor. And I'm also going to want a farming station. So for this, we're going to need some electrical steel. I'll go ahead and order just a little bit of that. Alright, there's our pulsating crystal. So now I think all we need is the Z-Logic controller. There we go. Okay, so we just need the Z-Logic controller, a zombie head, solarium, silicon, all that good stuff. So let me grab that. I really need to automate these. Because it's actually, it's simple enough to automate. I haven't got the cabling done downstairs yet. And of course that's because, like I said, this is shortly after the last recording. About the next time, it was pretty much the next time that I was on Direwolf. But I think rubber is our priority right now because at the moment, we've been working on IC2 and I can't move into what I want to move into with IC2 until we do this. So, let's go ahead. Grab that. And there's our farming station. And then I'm also going to want, let's see, an ender chest. Let's just get 3 of them. Okay, so there's that. Then I also want to make a quick recipe here and teach it how to make the tree tap. Actually, what wood? Just make sure it's got the right wood there. Okay, so there's our tree tap. Let's throw it into here. And then let me go ahead and order one real quick. And then I'm also going to want a crafting card and an export bus. And we're going to need some kind of dye color. I guess, okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to go with black, brown, black for our ender chest. Actually, I've got an ender chest right here on orange, orange, orange that I was using, or I was planning on using, but then I didn't end up using it. So we're going to use this one. This has already got an export bus attached to it. I am going to go ahead and just dye it to make sure that that's not plugged up anywhere else. I'll have to double check. I don't think I have, because I was setting something, I was playing around with an idea, but I didn't end up sticking with it. So anyways, we're going to put tree tap in here with the crafting card, acceleration cards. There we go. It starts crafting our tree taps for us. Wonderful. So that's filled up. Okay, so now what I want to do is, let's pop like right over here. I've got a little area cleared out right here. We're going to go ahead and count out, let's see, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put it right here, I think. It's a little ways off, so we have a little bit of space and whatnot. And I'm going to go ahead and throw our octatic capacitor in here, and then I'm going to put, let me get, what do I want? I think I want item conduits. And we'll just drop down here into the pit of death. Anyways, I'm going to set an ender chest right there. We're going to color this one the black, brown black. And I'm going to apply item conduits right there. We're going to say that you extract on green. You're going to... Okay. You're going to insert and extract, or do we want to use blood magic for this? No, I think I want to use item conduits for this setup. Plus, it's really just like 2 item conduits. It would be, honestly, it would be kind of a pain to put all this stuff, all the blood magic stuff in this small space anyway. We're going to say extract. You're going to insert on green. You're going to extract on brown. So you'll notice that it just got a tree tap in there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set a ender chest just right here. And let's get some yellow dye. And we'll color this one yellow, 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 which of course is our standard insert color. And then I'm going to say, you know, insert, no, insert on brown. There we go. I think we got some tree taps in the system, but that's okay. They'll get filtered out fairly quickly. Okay, so now that that's put in, I am going to want to facade this, which is fine. Let me grab, tell you what, let me grab a piece of grass and just a conduit facade, and we'll pop over here and get this painted. Alright, so we'll put that onto there. There we go. All clean and pretty. And then I'm going to want my Draconic Evolution Wrench. And we're just going to plug power up to this from the spawner building, I think. So, okay, I've already got that selected. So we'll go ahead and just right-click it onto there. It's linked. It says no seeds. That's fine. We'll get some rubber seeds real quick. So there, I've got 12 in here right now. Let me actually get some bone meal. I actually don't have like a good Tinker's Construct axe or anything. Crazy. That's fine. I don't use it too much, and we'll be getting the Draconic Evolution stuff for too long, so I'm not terribly concerned with it. So I'm going to get a few additional saplings, I think. And of course we can just do that, and there we go. Okay, I'm just going to go out and find some rubber trees and get saplings for those, because I'm only getting, like, every tree that I grow, I'm getting 0 to 1 saplings from it. So it's like, it's not even worth the time. Like, I've got this rubber tree set up, but it's the manual one, and I'm not interested in doing manual any longer. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to throw our saplings into here. It's going to plant them. And it does kind of space them out. You'll notice there's like a block in between each one. I know, yeah, I'm already out of them. Okay, let me go out and get some more. Alright, I got 30. I'm actually getting better luck, oddly enough, in the swampy areas on saplings. I don't know if that's normal. Never noticed that before, but some of those trees were dropping like 5, at a time. And whenever I would come out here, it was like, I was lucky to get 1, Alright, so it's fully planted, all the saplings, and it started going through, and some of them are growing right now. Now there's all these like leaves here. Now what we can do is we can actually give this an axe. And if we give it just a second, it should take care of those leaves for us. Oh, actually, it doesn't have to take the leaves off. It's getting the sticky resin without it. So you'll notice the tree tap just took some damage. And I know whenever I was testing, I was able to get it to cut the leaves down. But honestly, I'd rather have the leaves on there, I think. I think it looks better. It just looks so, like, dead when all the leaves are cut off. So it's pulling the, anytime the sticky resin, there it was. Anytime the sticky resin pops up, it pulls it off the tree, and then of course it just sends it to our AE system. So then the sticky resin comes into here and it stores away. We're up to, yeah, just up to 48. And once all those trees are grown, it's going to be producing a lot of sticky resin. You can actually see there's some sticky resin right there. If we give it just a minute here, there we go. It just removed that from the tree. So that's what it's doing basically, is it's just going through and tree tapping all those for us automatically, which is great. We're almost up to 2 stacks of sticky resin now. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and order ourselves just a couple alloy smelters. Anyways, let's go ahead and just order a couple filters. Well, we've already got some made. Good. Alright, so we'll grab those, and then let's pop downstairs. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plug that into that item conduit line. This will work perfect. This will all be one big section. So we're going to say that, you know, this stuff, it's going to plug in to the bottom side, I think. We're going to say that, you know, you can insert, and extract insert's going to be on yellow, and extract is going to be on green, always active. We're going to do the same over here. We'll say insert is on yellow, extract is on green, always active. And then let me grab just a piece of this sticky resin. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it just create rubber until the point that it reaches, you know, where it's just filled. And then once the rubber balls are filled, then it's going to just switch over and, you know, keep sticky resin. And I've went ahead and put emerald upgrades in the sticky resin so that it's going to build up to the point that, you know, it's just going to fill up in mass. I think that's all I really want, is just plug it up like that. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to go onto the floor and we're just going to plug this into the item conduit line that's over here. So we'll say right there, disable that. And now we should see, I just realized what I was doing. I was being dumb. I apologize. Instead of doing alloy smelters down here, I mean, we've got the item conduits done. That's fine. We'll leave those. I don't know why I was doing that. I have no clue. What I want to get instead is I want to get some extractors, like 2 of these. Let's see, do I have the stuff to get, I know I've got plenty of, whoops, iron plates and stuff. I know I've got plenty of those because I literally just ordered quite a few thousand of them. So we have 11,000 iron plates. I think it's still crafting them because I think I ordered 15,000, something like that, because we're going to need a bunch for solar panels. So I was like, okay, just order a bunch of these. But electronic circuits, let's go ahead and get that. And then I need tree taps. Let me go ahead and order like 4 more of those. And now we should be good to order our extractors. There's that. And there's that. Good. Wonderful. And now let's go ahead and just order ourselves a bit of this RTG fuel. We'll get 12 pieces. Sounds good. And then the thermo thing. Right here. Radioisotope thermoelectric generator. So we'll order 2 of those. This is pretty much like our all over the base power at this point. I mean, it's meant to be kind of like later game IC2, but with big reactors. It's like, why not? We'll use it. I will take it. Okay, our radioisotopes are done. So let's pop back down here. We're going to set these on top of... Alright, we're going to put our extractor just right here. And it's starting to get sticky resin. Wonderful. And then I'm going to put our thermoelectric like right here, I think. And we'll give it some power. Alright, it's going to start extracting. Awesome. So that is perfect. We will leave that just like that. We'll set up another extractor right here with a radioisotope behind it. And then, let's see. Is my RTG done? It is. Wonderful. And we're just going to fill this one up, fill this one up. And so that's running. Now I do have some overclockers. If you recall, I made some at the end of last episode, like a bunch of them. So we're going to grab these and put as many of them as we can into these machines. So let's try with 2 in each one. So we're going to go with 5 in each one. That's fine. Honestly, that's fast enough. It should keep up with what it's getting from the farm. And if not, that's okay. I mean, we've got a buffer for sticky resin anyway. But I believe that's good. Okay, so we've got, right now we've got over 10 stacks of rubber balls. So that's going to fill up like super fast. It really is, using the extractors. I don't know why I started going with the alloy smelters to start with. I think I'm losing my mind. So anyways, now that we've got that going, we should be able to automate a few things. So what we're going to do is first we're going to teach it how to make solar panels. Now these require LV transformers and then just the tier 1 solar panels from IC2. Now I believe we already know how to make generators, I should think. And I've prepped most all of this other stuff already. So we'll get that, and then let's get ourselves some circuits. I think I'm at the point now where I'm going to have to start making, like, in bulk, a ton of acceleration cards and putting them in all of our crafters, just to speed the whole process up, because waiting on this stuff when all it's doing is crafting is kind of monotonous. So we're going to teach it. Alright, that's how you make a solar panel. And then let me go ahead and just grab one of these and put this into here. And we know how to make MV transformers. We don't know how to make LV transformers. So let me teach that really, really quick. So there's how you make LV transformers. And let me go ahead and grab one of these. And then to make the solar panel, it should be LV transformer and then solar panel, just like that. That gets us the low voltage solar panel. Okay, now is when things start getting a bit more expensive. Let's go ahead and throw that into there. And, oh, I'm going to need more patterns. Let me get some of those. Alright, and what I want next is I want to, let's throw that in there, that in there. I want to order one of these low voltage solar arrays. Now these things are fairly expensive. You'll notice it requires 70 iron plates and, you know, quite a bit of rubber and, you know, just different things, 84 insulated copper. That's fine. It's going to take a little bit to craft, so I am going to let that run for a minute. But our next goal is to automate the medium voltage, which takes 8 of those, and then the MV transformer. And then we've got the high voltage, which takes 8 MV, and then the HV transformer. So, fun stuff. I think, let's see, I'm going to be working on automating all of that. Also, I want to get an MFSU. This, I'm going to go ahead and just automate it. It requires advanced machine casing, MFE, and advanced circuit. Do we know how to make MFEs? No, we do not. Okay, because I'm just going to go ahead and just straight up automate this stuff, because why not, right? So make a few energy crystals, and then also our cable. I'm going to want gold cable. And the reason I'm making all this stuff is because we're going to have to move up a power tier, because we're going to be going into ultra voltage, UV, which, you know, is 2048. It's your power tier 4. That's what the scanner and the replicator is going to require. So that's our main goal today, is get that stuff in place. And I think what we'll end up doing is we'll use solar panels to generate that power, because the high voltage solar panels actually produce quite a bit of power during the day. So, you know, it's definitely something that we can put to use. So there's our gold cable. And then we're going to want that crystals. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and encode that. And there's how you make an MFE. Good. And let's see, our low voltage solar array is done. And we're going to teach it how to make the medium voltage solar array. Oops. Solar. And there's that. We'll go ahead and encode that. And let's go ahead and order one of these monsters. Now, these things are fairly expensive. So let's take a look here. If we were to order a medium voltage, you can see that it's going to require 560 iron plates, quite a bit of coal, a lot of rubber. It's actually going to have to craft some. And a lot of copper cables that it's got to craft. I mean, this stuff, we're getting into the very, very expensive stuff. So we'll go ahead and order that. And this is when you're actually going to see a bit of your AE2 bytes being used for crafting as well. Let's go ahead and order an MFE because those crystals should be done. There it is. Good. And now I want to automate MFSU, which is just Lapotron, advanced circuit, advanced machine casing. So I am going to need some Lapotron crystals. Let's go ahead and order like 6 of these. And we'll let those start crafting up. So this stuff's going to take a little bit, to say the least. Oh yeah, it's going to take it a little bit. Let me get some acceleration cards, like 200 of them. Go ahead and get those ordered, because what I would like to do is I'd like to start speeding up our crafters. Because right now, you know, a lot of the stuff we're waiting on is crafting. Now, some of it's processing. Of course, things like the copper cables and stuff like that, that's processing. But a lot of the stuff is crafting. And if we were to speed these up, it would make life a little bit easier. So what we'll do is we'll throw acceleration cards into each of these. And that's going to speed up the whole crafting process. However, of course, if you look around the room, I mean, there is a ton of these molecular assemblers. And each one is going to need 5 acceleration cards. So it's about almost 2 stacks per tower, and we have 12 towers in here, so quite a bit. Probably comes out to about 22 stacks or something like that. So lots of fun to be had. I think it's probably like having to craft ingredients now. I've got it set to keep so many of each ingredient on hand. It does eat through those fairly quick when it's crafting acceleration cards. Alright, so there's our MFSU. Wonderful. We at least have that automated now. And of course, these things are your top tier power storage within IC2. So this is going to take a little bit, huh? Alright, I will be back in just a bit once this is done, you know, with some of those crafts it's working on. Alright, nearly an hour later, I ordered up some more MV, so we do have 8 of those. So we're ready to kind of just move on into the HV one. Also, our MFSU is completed. Our Lapotron crystals got finished. They were pretty much waiting for the solar panels to get done because they needed some parts from that. But those are now done. So let's really quickly, let's teach it how to make the HV solar. And, oh yeah, I'm going to have to teach it first how to make the HV transformer. Alright, so we're going to need this battery. I believe, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach it, if it takes bronze, then it's going to get 2 bronze plates. We'll go ahead and encode that. And then I'll also need to teach it lead as well. So we'll say if you take lead, then you're going to get lead dust. And we'll just put that into there. And then let's go ahead and throw these into the interfaces. So sag meal will go right in there, and then we should have a interface, or no, it's straight into the metal former. Oh, we actually already know how to make bronze item casings. My bad. Okay, so now if we were to look at the HV transformer, sorry, battery, I believe everything in here should be craftable. Let's get a couple of these though. So I'm going to go ahead and order all the parts that we need for this. The battery, There's that. And then we just need, we're waiting on the battery, and it's done. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and encode this. There we go. HV transformer. And we'll throw this right into here. And so now we just need the actual solar panel itself. And for that, let's go ahead and order an HV transformer. That should be ready to go. And then, let me get these patterns out of here. Okay, so we just need our medium voltage solar panels. You're going to take 8 of those, and you're going to get a high voltage solar array. Wonderful. So we'll just put that into there, and now let's go ahead and order our high voltage solar. Ba-bam! There we go. We now have one of those. So I'm going to go ahead and order like 2 more of these guys. Okay, we're still, yeah, we're going to need to wait on rubber. Everything else we have, but let's take a look from scratch what it takes to make one high voltage solar array. So you can see we need over 4,000 cobblestone, over 3,000 redstone, 1 piece of gold. That's actually surprising. Over 5,000 iron plates. That's why I made like 15,000 of them. Before I'll probably make a bit more. We need 2,048 tin item casings. Almost 6,700 copper cables. A whole bunch of rubber, coal powder, copper. I mean, so expensive. So expensive. Okay. But anyways, now we just need to get ourselves some of this glass fiber cable. And we're going to go set this up. Now, this is probably where we're going to end it today after we get this set up, because I'm going to have to let this kind of charge up on power, and I'm also going to need to let it build up on rubber and maybe order a few more solar panels and then leave it running all night and kind of do some more things like that. But we'll get this power built up. Of course, the solar panel needs to see the sky, so we're going to put it, honestly, let me go down here. Let's see, this setup is right here. So what I'm thinking that we're going to do is we are going to just pull this power in from like right here. And we'll put the MFSU right there. And then up here, let's see. We'll have the glass fiber kind of come down. I don't know if I just want to make the floor out of high voltage solar panels. Part of me says yes. Just put it right there. It says low voltage, but it's high voltage. It's pointing in the wrong direction. Let me grab my wrench. And there we go. So you'll notice we're generating a fairly good amount of EU right now. This is actually, chances are this is probably more than the reactor generates. Because honestly, the reactors, they're okay. But not for sure. It might be close. The reactor may actually generate a little bit more than a single solar panel. Tell you what, let's go get ourselves an EU reader. I'm going to need a couple things here, just minor things. Electronic circuit. So we'll pop right over here and let's open this up. We'll just right click it. Okay, so we're getting 512 EU per tick is what it says. 3 volts. Yeah, so apparently that solar panel is producing 512 per tick, which makes it better. That one block is better than that. But at the same time, granted, the solar panel was more expensive. So there is that. But solar panels really are, if you have access to these HV ones from compact solar arrays, that's pretty much like the long-term power for IC2 is right here. This one little guy right here. But probably if we get, I'm thinking like if we get 4 of those, that'll be good, because I mean we'll be producing plenty of power to run our high voltage stuff on. But honestly, the MFSU, I mean, it's mainly just going to be the scanner and replicator, which really aren't things that we're going to be using all the time. But I don't know. But anyways, I am going to end this episode out here. As I know it was a little bit more IC2 work. We've got 13. I don't know. See, we still need a bit more rubber, in fact. So I'm going to let this run for a bit, and I might, tell you what, I might order MV. That's what I did last time, was order it as MV. We can go ahead and order one of these right now. That way at least it's running and, working towards the next solar panel. Honestly, 4 of those is going to be a little bit overkill, but it'll be fun. Because it's not something that we're going to be just running constant, so. But then, of course, we can run that power into the mass fab as well, which will definitely help. But yeah, so anyways, I am going to end it out here. Next episode, we'll mess around. At the beginning, we're going to mess around with the OD, or not the OD scanner, the scanner, the replicator, crystal memory, all that stuff. I know we were planning on doing that this episode, but we weren't quite ready for it. So we'll do a bit with that, and then we'll probably move into something else on the back half of next episode. Because once we get the scanner and replicator and stuff in place, I think we're pretty well done with IC2. As far as things that we really have any need to get into. So I think that we'll move into something else. I don't know if we'll maybe start with RF tools and start messing around with that a little bit, or if we'll do something else. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys then.